Afternoon students, last class we have discussed the civics first chapter, power sharing. I have told you how Belgium shared its power among two states within the state's government and central government, how these two categories, Dutch and French, they shared the power with themselves, how they have made different types of government to solve the disputes among themselves. In this class we will discuss about case of Sri Lanka. So let's come to the board. In the case of Sri Lanka, I just want to discuss about what happened in Sri Lanka, then I will compare both Sri Lanka and Belgium. What is the difference? First let's come to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka got her independence 1948. We have got our independence 1947. It is very easy to remember. Just after 1 year, Sri Lanka got her independence. Near about 2 crore people are living in Sri Lanka. Only 2 crore of people. The ethnic composition I have discussed in Belgium case. Here the ethnic composition is something different. According to the language, the ethnic composition, I have also sent this flow chart previously. Sinhalese, Tamils and other categories of people are living there. Sinhalese are 74%, that means they are the major in the country. Tamils are 18%, they are minor, and others we have no record. Sinhalese, as per the religion, there are two types of religious peoples, Buddhist and Christians. Maximum are Buddhist. Tamils, there are two types of Tamils. One is Indian Tamils, another is native Tamils. Native Tamils, Sri Lankan original Tamils. Some people are shifted from India to Sri Lanka. They have taken the citizenship and they are permanently staying there. They are called as Indian Tamils. In both the Tamils have three types of religions: Hindu, Muslim and Christians. Others we will discuss later. So let's come to what is the problem at that time. There is also different types of people according to the language and religions. The maximum people are living Sinhalese languages. When there is a government elections broke out, then after there is a government established. In maximum representative, those have elected in that elections, they are belongs to Sinhalese. That means they established a majoritarianism government. What do you mean by majoritarianism? Those are major in the country. Who are major in the country? Sinhalese are the major in the country. If they establish the government, this is called majoritarianism government, and they have a supreme. They are the supreme role in the country. This is called majoritarianism government. That means majority always establish the government. After establishing a majoritarianism government, what happened in Sri Lanka? They established Sinhalese supremacy. That means what they are telling, that should be implemented. What they want, that should be properly implemented in the country. They are not thinking about the minor people. They are always passing the rules in favor of themselves. Sinhala is the language which became the official language. No doubt it is very easy. It became very easy for the Sinhalese people. Those are in majority. But what about the Tamils? They are facing lots of problems when Sinhala declared is the official languages. Preferential policy for Sinhalese applicants. That means what do we understand by preferential policies? That means give more preference to the Sinhalese people. This is called preferential policies. So they always ignore to the Tamils' interest. Ignore the Tamil interest. So they are not getting the jobs. They cannot apply universities, education centers. Less preference given to the Tamil peoples and maximum preference given to the Sinhalese peoples. So what is this? Is alternate in the insult of the Tamil peoples. For the results came, this type of majoritarianism steps made anger Tamils in Sri Lanka. What the results came? Tamil launched several political parties to protest Sinhalese supremacy. To protest Sinhalese. What the Sinhalese are doing, this is wrong. The Tamil wanted to show this through the political parties. Second one is demands securing their education and job place. That means they have no place in the education and jobs, or they are giving very less preferences. the high class jobs is not provided to the Tamil peoples. The higher education facilities are not given to the Tamil peoples. It is given to the Sinhalese. Preferences given to them only. The third one is demanding separate state when they are feeling that they are not secure in the country due to the preferential policy of the Sinhalese. One day will come, all the tradition, culture, language will be abolished, maybe diminished from the country. So they, for this reason, for their safety, they demanded a separate state in Tamil. This state name is Tamil Elim state. So they demanded a separate state, but the Sinhalese government not agree with the demanding of the separate state of Tamils. As a result, there is a distrust, that means avishwas. Distrust arised between Sinhalese and Tamils. Tamils thought that they will not hear anything else of our demands. For this reason, there is a civil war broke out, and the civil war is continuing. Then what happened? It is not within our course. I just give you a simple comparison between the case of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Let's remember the case of Belgium. Belgium is also different type of language people are there. There is the ethnic composition is also complex. Sri Lanka, there is also ethnic composition is complex. But in the case of Belgium, the French and Dutch people, remember, French and Dutch people, they compromise with themselves. They thought about themselves. But in the case of Sri Lanka, Sinhalese is not thinking about Tamils. In the name of the country's unity, they started to dominate Tamils, suppress the revolts of the Tamils. Then what happened? Civil war broke out, and still several years the war was going on. We have no idea about this because it is out of our syllabus. So here we studied two cases. In the case of Belgium, they share their power. In the case of Sri Lanka, they did not share the power with the Tamils. I hope all of you understand the case of Sri Lanka. Last class, we have discussed the case of Belgium. This class, there is no constitutional amendments, there is no question of the power sharing, and no filling of the demands of the minor communities. I hope all of you understand. Next class, we will discuss about the other parts. Thank you, and I wish have a nice day.